Let me introduce you here for everyone on the live platform. So now we are live in our other platforms as well too. So we'll be kicking it off. Joe, I'll hand it over to you to kind of formally kick it off, but excited for this session here on the ranking, and of course, keyword ranking and being seen on Amazon is everything when it comes to sales. But I know, Joey, you guys had an awesome podcast episode recently, but if you guys want to take it away.
Yes. Awesome. Alina, thank you so much for joining. You're an Amazon seller, and also you own the agency A to Z Rank, and you do help with ranking and also with press stuff with your other company, Press X. And I am going to share in the chat the episode from the podcast where we got a deep dive into you and who you are and what you do, but I'm very excited for today. So I'll turn it over to you and you can give your intro and jump in.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here. And yes, I do agree. We had like a really great podcast. I listened to it right after it went out. So yeah, again, thank you for having me. I'm sorry if my voice is a little bit squeaky. I came back from Puerto Rico. We were talking a few minutes ago from BDSS with a pretty bad cold because of the air conditioning was going crazy compared to the heat outside, but I hope I'll manage for this session. Okay, so a little bit about myself for those here who didn't listen yet to the podcast. So my name is Alina. I come from Romania, actually still living in Romania. So that's why on this second slide, I decided to add a few photos from Romania for all those people who are curious about it, because whenever I talk to people at these awesome events we all go to, I meet a lot of people with friends in Romania or have heard about it, but not that much. So here we are, folks. It's a small country, Eastern Europe, but totally worth visiting. Yeah, take my word for it. And please reach out if you ever get here. Amazon seller since 2017, started on Amazon Europe and then moved to the US. Failed our first brand, was me and my husband for in the baby category. A longer story you'll find in the podcast. But during that time, that was the moment when actually AZ Rank was born. My small agency back then. We used to do search, find, buy, and consulting on how to best rank on keywords back then when search, find, buy was still a thing. Yeah, we've done some partnership during the times. We've worked with Helium 10 for a while, and we can help you with ranking on several marketplaces, including Europe. I'm gonna go straight in, and I don't know, maybe we'll take questions at the end or during time, however you, Joey, decide. I'm good either way. I've prepared a few strategies. I don't hear you.
I'm like on mute and talking. Yeah, I can help you with the chat, but as we're going through, everybody feel free to ask questions as we go, so it can be interactive if it's on topic, and then we can also do Q&A at the end as well.
Okay, perfect. So I prepared a few strategies for today, which I believe you can all basically shut your laptop after this video ends and go straight away and apply them if you aren't using them already. Things that you can implement quickly and can help you with your keyword ranking or overall ranking on Amazon. As we all know, things have gotten a little bit difficult since 2021 in regards with this specific keyword ranking since the Amazon TOS change. And I'm going to try to touch this issue because I'm sure there are going to be a lot of questions on the topic. So yes, search, find, buy is not a thing anymore. There are ways to still be for it to still be done. We have one of those ways, actually a couple of them. It has transformed into a market research, which is much more complex and much more in your benefit as a seller, actually, because you're going to get a ton more information about your listing, about your competitor listings, about your niche, whatever. Everything can be actually transformed into a market research. You can look at it as a old search, find, buy and pick, fu combined, and a little bit more. It's pretty much what we do right now. I'm not gonna talk too much about that because yeah, you can reach out to me if you want to find more information after this. But for now, just trying to go through a few other different strategies. So first one is use keyword conversion rate. I know, I'm sorry, for all of us Amazon sellers, data is very important, right? So whenever we launch a new product or we analyze whether to continue or to scale or whatever, we always look at data, right? And also when we do PPC, CTR, CVR, CPC, all those, all that information. So for keyword CVR is something that is a little bit newer in the space. So that means how many sales a keyword can bring me, right? If a keyword has 10,000, it has 1,000 search volume per month and brings 100 sales, that's a 10% conversion rate per keyword. Now, we can get that information in a number of places, and I'm gonna go through that in the next couple of slides. But first of all, I would like to explain why do we look at keyword conversion rate in the first place? Because as I like to say, there's more to ranking than just the main keywords. More and more people are trying to realize that, and I encourage you to start looking at the lower hanging fruits in your niche. There are keywords, there are tons of keywords that you can win, get ranked on them pretty easily, start getting some sales, and only after that, after you have some good sales history, after you get a couple of reviews, only then go fight for the biggest keywords, for the main keywords where is competition. Also, these lower hanging fruits usually are ignored by a lot of let's say longer selling companies, right? Like sellers who have been selling this for a while, they're just established on the main keywords and ignore them. So that's a very, very good opportunity for a new launch in a medium to basically in every niche, and it doesn't matter how competitive it is. You will rank easier and you will stick longer if you start with the long tails. And very important, relevance weighs more than relevance weighs more than volume in 2023 Amazon. And I think that's going to be even more important in the following years, because Amazon is everything about relevance. We cannot fool it so easily. Going back to the number of sales per keyword that we can find out in order to establish our keyword conversion rate. First of all, we have the search query performance, which is the current brand analytics, or the, as we used to know it, is data from Amazon. It's not 100% accurate. It's normalized, it's average data. So don't, if it's possible, don't just look at this one. Try to look also maybe at a tool like Helium 10, which I have in the next slide, or try to even look at Opportunity Explorer, which is also in Amazon. It gives you also good data, and try to establish a trend if possible, because there are often times where you're going to get a lot of disproportionate data, including for Amazon. I mean, differences between numbers, and that will confuse you. But nevertheless, for these lower hanging fruits, for the long tail keywords that I recommend to start every launch with, doesn't matter the niche, I would totally look at these sales per keywords, establish our keyword conversion rate, and take it from there. They usually convert better, as I was explaining, and they are also valid for no, they are valid for existing products. So with this being said, valid for existing products mean in search query performance, you can only see data for the products that you already own inside your brand. If we're going to move to Helium 10, you're going to get data which is estimated for now. So it doesn't come straight from Amazon, but inside Helium 10, you can easier compare between several ASINs, even from ASINs that are not yours, and products outside your brand. Now, what happens if you want to launch a new product, right? Where do you get this data? Because of course you want to go to brand analytics, but since you don't have already the product listed or existing within your brand because it's brand new, you're just launching it now, you don't have the data, right? So there are a few ways how you can do it. The best and easiest way we found is to try to get this data also from Amazon, from search query performance, and this is by creating a dummy ASIN. We call it dummy because it's actually going to be a real ASIN at one point in time, but for now it's not launched. And that means you will have to create a listing, enroll it into your brand. It's going to be a real listing, right? Except it's not yours yet. I mean, it's not like 100% yours. It's going to be FBM fulfilled. You're going to put a price of, let's say, $100. For example, my example here in the slides is for an avocado slicer, and I literally put it like $99.99. Of course, nobody's going to buy an avocado slicer for $99.99, but that's what we want. We don't want people to buy. If in case anybody buys it, you just, go to whatever, Tesco or something, just buy an avocado slicer and send it to the person. But I doubt that's going to happen. So high price, bad images. That means you don't have to make a photo shoot. You just take some photos from Alibaba or whatever and list it as an FBM listing. You enroll it into your brand, under your brand, and start an auto PPC campaign. Now, all we want from that auto PPC campaign are impressions. We don't want clicks because we don't want to spend any money. If those happens, it's not a big deal. We don't definitely want any conversions. So all we need is impressions, and that this list in search query performance is going to start to populate every week. Run this, let it be for about 4 weeks, and then you can get enough information for your new product. This means that, and you're going to see if you do it, the information is going to be different, what you get for a product within your brand compared to what you get from the tools. This is much more accurate, and from our tests has been proven much more valuable. Okay, that was strategy number 1. So dummy ASIN, just get information for your new launches regarding keywords. After that, you can delete the dummy ASIN and just do your normal ASIN when the product inventory gets in, and then do a normal launch from there. Strategy number 2, as Joey mentioned before, we have another company which is called PressX. We got to that point of leveraging press, let's say, for our Amazon brands or for our clients, because press is, very powerful. Reaches a lot of people, it's influent, has a very, very powerful voice, and can be very convincing. Now, the problem is usually brands like, Adidas, Nike, and a bunch of others which don't come to my mind right now, but you know what I mean, McDonald's and so on, have found very easy ways of doing press and leveraging press for their brands, because they're nationwide, world-known brands. Now, what do I do with my private label brand, which is maybe only sold on Amazon, or I have Amazon Shopify, or Amazon and Walmart, or all three of those. How do I convince Forbes to write about me? How do I convince Cosmopolitan to write about my beauty line, and so on? So first of all, there was I outlined here a few issues that we found. And then in the next slide, I'm going to present you a little bit of what you should be careful and what you should look for when you're going to look into this strategy as for bringing external traffic to your Amazon listing. Doesn't necessarily have to be press-X. You can even reach out to this publisher. They are still open for reaching out. The problem is it's usually more time-consuming and difficult. So first of all, is the cost per article. It shouldn't be a cost per article. It should be a cost per click. Or a cost per acquisition. So CPC or CPA, those should be the models that you would have to look for. There should be a way of tracking. Now, we have our own software, for example, in press-X, who does the tracking, but usually we recommend sellers to have their attribution links inside the article. So that means at any moment in time, you can compare what the software says to what attribution says. And 100% of times, you will find more clicks in your attribution that we usually charge you for. So that means the clicks is there. That means there is a way to control this. Should be really good publication in order to spend some money with them. Not necessarily only Forbes and only Cosmopolitan that everybody has heard of, about them, or I don't know, InStyle or whatever other very famous names. It just has to have the right traffic for you, for your brand. This means that they, when they accept to write about your brand, they should be convinced that they would be able to bring traffic on. Now, this CPC model that we have, the good thing, the golden nugget is that even if it doesn't bring traffic, there is no cost per article. So if it doesn't get any clicks, you just don't pay. That's all. So that's something that you should be very careful for. So underlining this, no cost per views, no cost per impressions, no monthly subscription, clicks to product detail page. That's very important. So whether you have your Amazon listing, your Shopify, your storefront, your whatever place you wanna drive the traffic to, that should be the link. That should be the click you have to pay for, not the click on the article or the click to, I don't know, whatever other place. There should be publishers with high domain authority, no news sites, as I said, CPC, CPA model, and basically all this can be synthesized into pay only for performance. Press works this way. It can work this way right now. If you want to give it a try, reach out to us. It's not something that I would recommend for a brand new launch, depending on the budget and depending on the how hard you wanna go for during the launch. But we've had a great success, and in terms of brand awareness and getting your product seen, it worked great. Also, Amazon, as you know, Amazon likes external traffic. Even if it's not converting, they accept it to it, and it's still working great for ranking. I added here, you're probably going to get the slides, a few case studies if you just want to take a look to see the idea. And basically how it ends, you get the article written, which can be a dedicated article or can be a listicle, those kind of listicles, top 20 best-selling Christmas gifts for moms, something like that. Publishers do their own push in order to get the clicks because their revenue is just that CPC, right? So they do their own push. And drive traffic during the press campaign. Now, that time is limited to a couple of weeks, can be a couple of months, depending on what we agree before. But the good thing and the tip I want to give you, and this works anywhere with any other article that we have there, even if you didn't pay for it. So just Google go on Google and search for your brand, you might have articles already on it. There were a lot of our clients who have discovered this to their surprise, that they have this is called earned media, right? So brands publish their products without asking for any money. Now, you can drive Google ads on those Google ads done by you in order to push that article and get more traffic and more sales. And the good thing is that if the article is done with PressX, all the clicks that come through, all the traffic and everything is free. So there is no extra charge, no more a charge after the campaign ends. Okay, next one, 3 out of 4. This is Q&A video answers. It's one of the most underused section on any product detail page. It's still unbelievable for me how people don't use this at its full potential. So, when you get this is Q&A section, right? On Amazon. All our listings have it. So when you get a question, if another buyer replies, that's fine. It's okay. If you as a seller want to respond, this is what you get. Add a video answer, add a written answer. Now, interesting enough, you can actually add both. So you can write a text that answers your question with some keywords maybe in it. You see that you can, I don't know, try to index on or try to rank on better. And also add a video that you're going to see a couple of slides later how you can do that. So you have 2 options. Now, the text indexes and the video converts. Why does that happen? Because, for example, with that text, you can get difficult keywords indexed. Make sure they are used in question. Go to some friends or not. So come to us, we can help you with that. Go to other services out there, to, I don't know, friends of friends, get some questions asked. Make sure those difficult keywords are used inside the question and inside the answer. Now, that basically makes Amazon see some of your keywords are relevant. And even better than that, we've done some tests on forbidden keywords such as cannabis, marijuana, and it works. We've done some tests on brand names, and it works. So you can very easily get your brand name index. You can get index your product on some competitor brand names using this strategy without spending a small fortune in PPC to do that. And why do I say the video converts? Because these videos show on top of the reviews. So either you scroll on desktop or mobile, people, look at the product and then want to scroll down to the reviews, right? Well, before getting to the reviews, they're gonna find this section of Q&A, and the videos are there. So most of them are gonna play. Video is powerful these days, and it can be you can be very creative. Let's say you can put there more explanation about your product. You can put there, I don't know, funny things that would convince that potential buyer to actually be yours. And this is a section which is free for now. We don't know how long it's going to be. It can actually allow you to add free content on your Amazon product page. Imagine how sorry, and we all know how expensive product targeting ads are when you want to target a competitor and show your product on their listing. So this is basically free. Also, most of these videos show in the I forgot to add a screenshot about that with that, sorry. So most of these videos show under the related videos section, which also is very important, and it's a huge place to have content on. So again, you can make them yourself or with a friend, or I don't know, just your phone. You can go to Fiverr or Upwork. What we recommend is getphotolife.com. Very basic service, gives you everything you need. More details you'll find there on the site. And strategy number 4 would be to make sure you translate your listing. I know there have been a lot of I don't know, hacks, tips out there, how to do it, how to go through seller support to try to translate. But my idea is, especially for the this is Spanish we're talking about, right? Because there are a lot of Spanish speaking people, quite a few, tens of millions, I think, in the US. So if your keyword research for that product gives you more than 10 decent results of Spanish keywords, I would say even 5 if they're good enough. I think it would be necessary to translate your listing. And how you can do that easily is through the A+. So when you create the A+, there's that button up there. You just need to activate translation, and then you can go and check change the button up to the Spanish, instead of English to Spanish language on the main search page, and then you'll see how that has been translated. But take a look at your niche, and you will find out if you change to Spanish, if you change the language to Spanish, you'll see that there are a lot of your main competitors who don't have any A+, so nothing under description if it's switched to Spanish. And that means they don't have this. It's a simple button inside the A+, inside the A+ content manager that does it automatically for you. And if this is another tip, I didn't put it in the slides, but this is a bonus for everybody live here. So if in order to have A+ premium, you need to have 15 A+, right? Well, apparently it works if you just have one and edit it 15 times, or if you have 3 and edit each of those 5 times and just save it. So they need 15 A+ descriptions saved in the last, let's say, 24 hours, and then they will give you the A+ premium under your brand. Okay, that was strategy number 4, and I think that's it. I left a couple of minutes for Q&As.
Yes, that's awesome. William's asking, can helium-10 do this keyword translation variation? That's a
helium-10.
Do they have the Spanish?
They to translate it automatically, no, because this has to be done inside your Seller Central, basically, in order to translate. If you just want to put the text inside Helium-10 and translate it, I think they can. Recently they added some, I haven't played with them yet, some AI stuff, and that could actually do it. Of course, you can use ChatGPT or some others, but this is what I presented here. It's something that it's inside your Seller Central.
Yeah, and Kenneth said that can do it with AI, and I know that's interesting, just like side topic of bringing up the whole AI, because there are companies out there who will translate your full listing into another language, but with AI, you don't need their services.
Yeah. But this is something that basically, I mean, you can translate it in whatever language they have. Inside the A+ is basically making sure that all the Spanish people, because only Spanish is available right now inside Seller Central, that your Spanish potential buyers are actually seeing your A+ and everything that's in there. Because if that's not done, it's going to be blank. no matter, I mean, you have the title and bullet points, but nothing under description. That's the secret.
That makes sense. I'm checking all the other chats to see
Okay.
if any other questions. There's like one question out on another platform just saying, super cool on the Press X. I didn't know about any of that. So yeah, it's very insightful. And then, oh, here's another one. For existing products, you mentioned long tail keywords. Do you recommend those to be placed in the title or throughout the listing? I'm thinking if I should change my title and give that a try.
I would totally give that a try, as long as that long tail or those long tail keywords you are thinking of are very, very relevant. So those should be actually, you know, like the main thing people are looking for. Just an example, right? Taking the old school garlic press. Garlic press is the main keyword, but I'm not looking for garlic press. I'm looking for a pink stainless steel with plastic handle garlic press. You know, that's a very relevant keyword for my listing, which is a pink stainless steel with plastic handle garlic press. That's pretty much, and when that happens, and when Amazon sees that, we've seen it happen so many times. Your overall keyword rank increases because, you know, they just like it. It's relevance. It's relevant. They're gonna push it a little bit harder. Of course, you're not gonna grow like 30 positions on garlic press. I wish, but not. But for the long tails, for the other long tails, you're gonna be there's gonna be like a halo effect, you know, like a bump. So yes, I would definitely give it a try, and try to push to put like phrase in phrase, you know. So a phrase starts here, but another phrase starts in the middle of the first phrase, so that they like overlap those long tail keywords. This way you get more long tail keywords in exact form into the title and makes it even much powerful, more powerful, sorry.
So let's go to Debbie's first, and then we'll go back to Maurice. So Debbie asks, in your title, when do you incorporate the short tail keywords?
Like the short, like the main keywords, I'm guessing. Usually if you have those long tails, the short tail is part of the long tail. So you have it basically in, if I'm looking at this example, let me know if I got this right, or but I think that's what you mean, Debbie. So in my example with you know, pink garlic press, blah blah blah, you have the garlic press, which is your main keyword. That's what I'm talking when I'm saying like exact phrase keyword. Pink garlic press with plastic handle, that's an exact form keyword in your title, which also contains pink garlic press with plastic handle. All those keywords basically are overlapping with that long tail. So you have like 5 or 6 exact form keywords in your title when you do a long tail. Makes sense?
And then Maurice was asking, how often do you recommend getting a press release for the same product?
Very good question. So that depends on the budget. But as I said, you just pay for the clicks. So if you just pay for the clicks, for example, let's say your first article gets 1,000 clicks and it did good, you know, you saw some bumps, some movement here and there. It's not going to be fantastic. It didn't go viral if it just got 1,000 clicks. But since that's all it got, you can just move forward, drop it, and the campaign, as I said, leave it there. The article will stay there. 99% of the situations, the article will stay there. Even after years, you're still going to find it. Okay, it's going to be hidden somewhere in some archives, but it's going to be there. So if you want to run Google ads on it, couple of years from now, it's going to still be possible. Going back, so you only got 1,000 clicks. I would do another one immediately. I mean, immediately in a couple of weeks, how long it takes. And maybe that one will get, I don't know, 2,000 more clicks, and that's a couple of more $1,000. And a couple of months from now, a couple of weeks from now, I would do another one. As the more you have, the more of these articles you have, especially if they're like high authority domain publishers, like the names I explained, I gave as examples before. The more your brand is gonna get picked up from out of the blue by the publishers themselves. They will start writing about you, and you're gonna get your earned media. I mean, you're gonna get to that point where Nike and Adidas and McDonald's they don't pay. I mean, they pay, but they pay for other stuff. They don't pay Forbes write about them. Forbes maybe pays them to write an article, you know. So that's where we wanna get. Basically, depending on the product itself and the category, and you know, some products are seasonal, so maybe it's worthless to do it during the summer, but it would make very much sense to do it just over the winter, a couple of months, you know, as much as possible. What is the cost model? I opened the chat, so I took the next questions. What is the cost model for PressX? So we have some budget tiers, which represents some minimum requirements from publishers to write the article. But pay attention, those are not charged. Those are like commitments. Forbes is going to write an article about you, and they require $6,000, for example, as a budget. But if the article only spends $500, that's totally fine. You're still going to get the article. It just, you know, it's like a promise, a commitment that if it's gonna do really, really, really well, you're gonna you promise, you commit to that minimum budget. And if it goes really well, you can always extend the budget. That's pretty much how it is. And then there is a CPC, which is there's a CPC, which is always discussed per campaign with publisher, every time different. It's usually around 2.5, 2.2, depends on the publisher, depends on the time of the year. Christmas is a little bit more expensive, of course, everybody wants to be published about. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want like even more details, just shoot me an email, and I'll have all the info for you. Do these published articles showing up in the editorial spotlight area in Amazon? That area doesn't exist anymore. As of a couple of weeks from now, they took it away. So editorial recommendation is not there. I don't know if it has been like live in all categories, but if it's not, it will be. So it's out. And no, even before, they weren't published there. That's a whole different thing. These are like articles on online press websites that only do this. They don't have anything to do with Amazon. They can write about your brand as a whole. They can write about your brand which is not on Amazon, and so on. So it's like, this is something that we moved from, let's say, the whole brand thing towards the Amazon, to try to focus it more on Amazon. But other than that, doesn't have anything to do. I think I skipped one. I'm going to give long tail keywords. Yes, I'm going to give the long tail keywords a try, but will changing my title too often have a negative effect? If so, how long should I wait before changing the title again? Well, I wouldn't play like every day with your title. Just, you know, do it a couple of months at least, I would say. Not, I mean, if it doesn't work at all, of course, change it back. But if it works, don't try to make it even better next week, because you might get punished by Amazon. I would leave it at least a couple of months. Every couple of months, I usually do this for my own listings as well, like a small reset to the title. It gives a little bit more, you know, like more. It's pumping the energy in the ranking on keywords. I think I covered them all.
Yes, I think you did get them all. This was really insightful. I love seeing like the slides, and it's always fun when we get to have about product launch. And note to everybody watching, everybody who's watching is a AMZ Insiders member. So you all have access to your membership area. So this is a video that you're going to probably want to watch and pause. So it'll be in there in the next, I don't know, day or so you can watch it again. And it's good to watch before you launch, and then as you're launching and after you launch. So Alina, it's wonderful to have you. I really appreciate it. And you guys, having Alina here is really special because she's up on the big stages. When you go to events, she gets to speak on the stages. She was just in Puerto Rico at $1 Billion Seller Summit. So it's really an honor to have you come and present to our community.
Thank you so much for having me. No, it's not bad. I mean, big stages are like just big stages. I like small stages better.
Well, we like you here. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Great comments there. I see Elizabeth shot us note. Great content. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you very much. One of our top rock star coaches, Matt, here. Thanks for sharing. Mila, thank you. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks for sharing. Thanks, Alina. Of course, Maurice, one of our other rock star coaches as well, too. Awesome. Thank you.
Glad you liked it, and well, maybe see you again soon.
Yes, we will see you soon. We'll have to sync on what events we're going to see you next at. But in the meantime, get some rest, because what time is it in Romania?
It's 10 minutes to 10 p.m.
Okay. So thank you for staying up late, and I'm glad you're recovering from Puerto Rico.
Yes. Lovely being here. Thank you again so much for having me, and looking forward to hanging out with both of you and everybody in your community at the next event soon.
Awesome. Thank you.
Have a great day.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.